So here they come for 2001. The Americans always very welcome visitors, but a very nice touch here. Both teams travelling together on the same bus through the London traffic. You never know that they were about to go to work on each other in the ring, would you? But it does embody the true spirit of the amateur game. And we're here tonight to find out which of these young men can handle appearing on such a glittering stage. For the home side, a couple in the side are veterans of the fixture, but for the new boys, tonight is a career highlight. For the United States class of 2001, the Americans perhaps less dominant in the major tournaments recently, but still strength in depth. Let's get a word from the respective coaches.
It is always tough against the USA. They come with a lot of flair, a lot of natural talent, and you never know quite what they're going to turn up with. But they've certainly got some talent amongst them. They've one or two youngsters, but then one or two more mature fighters who've been around them.
Oh, very. I think we have a pretty good squad, and everybody's in good shape, and they've done everything they need to do. So I don't see any complications this evening.
He looks a bit pensive. Great to have them here, Barry, at this time. What are your expectations?
Well, I'm expecting England to be on top form. Remember, the Commonwealth Games are around the corner. These guys are all fighting for positions on the team. I'm looking forward, as Ian Irwin said, there's a couple of young guys on the team, Mick Moran and Stephen Bell. He's relatively young, but I'm also watching to see how David Hay does it at heavyweight. I watched a little bit of his World Championship performance, but I also want to see how he's developed, because it takes time for him to develop into the weight. But the American team are always very good. I'm looking for very close competitive matches and the best of the British young guys.
Coming up, the second bout of the night for England, it's the featherweight Stephen Bell. He's a veteran of appearances against the United States and does appear to have something of a lucky charm hold on them.
I boxed 3 times now against the USA, and luckily enough won all 3 times, so I'm hoping to make it a 4th time tonight.
Bell's certainly one of the more experienced in the England lineup at the age of 26. And in the other corner here, a teenager again in this United States lineup, David Rodela from Oxnard in California, incidentally hometown of Fernando Vargas. Let's see what this young man offers as we rejoin Nicky and Adam.
The most experienced member of the English team on display, former ABA champion Stephen Bell, who has a tremendous record in this event. He's won 3 out of 3, including a 30-0 thrashing. Very clever, stylish boxer who meets a chirpy, confident young man from California, David Rudila, who won the American Under-19 Championships. And I tell you, Nicky, talking to him earlier, you'd think he was untouchable.
Right, well, he looks very confident in the corner before the bell for the first round, and I tell you, he really does look a very confident and stylish fighter.
Might have a hard task with Bell, but he's already a point in the lead.
Oh, good shots from Rodela. He's a very heavy-handed boxer.
Big puncher. He's had 75 fights, the American. He says he stops his fair share.
Very professional style too, Rodela.
So does Bell. With uppercut going in from the man from Nichols Police in the northwest counties. Good solid technique, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's very, very well balanced, able to counter very effectively. Taking the lead now as well. One thing you notice with the Americans, I noticed from the first boxer too, they're very good body punches. Again, a good shot to the body. Neither of them counted.
That's the problem. Well, maybe that one did.
Maybe slow to register because it was a clear shot. This is going to be a very close and very stylish encounter.
As I think many will be tonight. Good left hook to the body from Bell, and he takes a 3-2 lead. And look at the fast hands that he possesses. Round 3, Stephen Bell in his 126th fight. He's won 93 of them. the part-time actor who was in a film and is thinking possibly of going into that profession. Very good friends with Ricky Hatton from the Nichols Police Club, where they both train. Against David Rudila, the 19-year-old from America. And he lost 8 of his. He's been in the World Juniors, and you can see why.
Bell is covering up well inside, and he's scored another point. It's interesting, in major international competitions, Adam, they can see the scoreboard, so they know exactly how they're doing. I don't think tonight they can see that. I'm almost sure they can't, so they're guessing as to whether they're ahead or not.
Is that more of a disadvantage that they don't know?
It's more of an advantage if you're leading and you do know, because you know exactly what to do. Bell, we know he's leading 9-5, but he doesn't, and therefore he doesn't know whether what he's doing is the correct thing or the wrong thing. So that's where experience comes into it.
He's boxing well, good combination there. Does that score? It does. 10-5. And an uppercut. He's got all the moves, all the shots. And has been a very invaluable member, a stalwart of the England team for so long. Will he make it 4 out of 4 in this England USA event? Look at the way he switches to the head.
Yeah. Well, that's experience, you see. He knows if this was on the old system, this would be a very close affair, because the American has landed some good body shots, but I think Bell knows they're not the scoring shots.
This is that added knowledge of what counts, what the judges are looking for. He's moving very freely now around the ring. Stephen Bell and Rodela, frustrated. Masterclass of boxing from Stephen Bell. Walt Haley, the joint American coaches, talking to David Rudila. Started boxing because his uncle used to fight. Works in a recreational centre helping underprivileged kids. Nice guy. Yeah, this is another example of the quality inside work from both men, but that was better counter-punching from Bell. So good inside shots, but you watch this from Bell. Good body shots up with the left hook to the head. You know, that's quality, mixing it up and down. Same shots from the other side. There we are. And they're the different views the judges get too. Well, can Stephen Bell level it up? He's way in the lead here against the blue colours of the American David Rodela. Bell, who fights so regularly, has a son, William, of 2, and recently married girlfriend Samantha, long time, and he's really enjoying life at the moment. 12-5 on the computer scorecard, and Rudila needs something very special now. Yeah, he deserved better than what he's just given them. He landed 2 or 3 punches to the head. They weren't the head jerking shots, but they landed and should have been rewarded. Again, the punch picking there of Stephen Bell scores. He knows his way around the amateur ring. Bell, formerly from the Bredbury and the Louverlight Club in Hyde, now with Nichols Police. Again, Rodela turns southpaw to try and find a way through the very tight guard, and good jab of Stephen Bell. And Bell using experience again here. I think he knows he's ahead after 3 rounds. He's just going to make sure he doesn't get caught. Keep the lead. Good right cross there. And surely now, barring a tragedy, he's going to win this contest. Boxing beautifully, 16-5 lead. Stephen Bell, who thrashed Angel Cadon of Massachusetts last year, and is doing rather as he pleases now against David Rodela. It's wonderful to watch. It's a great finish, isn't it? He knows the end's in sight, and he can still punch with that velocity. Very, very fine win, and a smile from Stephen Bell. 1-1 in the tie. And that was very, very nice to watch, and I'm sure Ian Irwin will be delighted.
Yeah, it was punch perfect, and that's an example to any of the youngsters watching it. 18-6, 7-1 the last round. You know, showed his superiority. I thought the American again should have been rewarded a little bit more, but then Bell landed such great combinations, and look at the fitness he showed there towards, because that was all the way through that contest, and yet he's able to mix it non-stop at the end with a very, very good American.
Won every single round, Stephen Bell, and what an important member he is of this English team.
Gentlemen, please, your winner on points, 18-6. In the red corner, representing England, Stephen Bell.
Stephen, congratulations. A fiery American opponent, but in the end, your class and experience told.
I think so, yeah. I just settled down in the first round, just got under my jab like, and tried to pick the points up really. He was a tall kid, very tall for my weight, but he's a young lad, and I think with experience he'll do pretty good. He's one of their up-and-coming lads. So.
And that puts you 4-0 ahead against the Americans. How long are you going to carry on beating them?
I think I'm going to live down here actually. It's a good town for me, London, city for me. So yeah, I love it. I love coming here, the occasion, the Abad tournament. It's a fantastic night to box, and you know, highly enjoyable.
He couldn't have been more impressive, Bell, Barry, could he?
Absolutely spectacular. I thought his boxing was brilliant. His combinations were great. He boxed off the back foot. He showed his experience. He punched well to the body, brought the combinations up the middle, stepped off to the side. Absolutely brilliant. Picture perfect.